Hi, my name is Verdine Nickens, and my channel is about self awareness, family, and community. Thank you for tuning in, and I want to wish you a very happy first day of fall. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for any little thing that you do, thumbs up or whatever. I appreciate it. And I want to get right on into what I'm going to be talking about now because I don't want to prolong your time. I'm going to be talking about three things, and they are currency, family, and friends, and positive speaking. Because those things are important for us to remember in the scheme of life, things that we are doing daily. Um, Currency is important because it is a medium of exchange for services and goods. And it also can be something that we use to put a smile on a family member's or a friend's face. So it could be used in that sense too. I want to say about it that also everybody has to have a way of, surviving. And if you have something for exchange, see, what it is, currency is a medium of exchange, and that is something that you switch out with someone, barter out with someone, or give to someone for something that you wish to receive from them. And as I said, always we're not trying to receive something tangible, something in the material sense. It could be something like a smile on someone's face or to make them feel better. You know what I'm saying? Um, So that's pretty much what I want to say about currency because I want, there's a lot of things that could be said about currency. For instance, in back in like I believe before the 1800s, they used salt as a medium of exchange. They also use something called saffron, SAFFRAN, I believe. But it is that is kind of like a plant, and it's kind of oranges like, but it's a season type of a season, and it's supposed to be good for the body. Do a type of healing like something similar to spirulina. It's supposed to heal various parts of the body for as I understand. So it's something very healthy, the organic form that is, you know. So they could, they traded that off, and usually currencies are, they are things that are not easily available that you flood the market with because there are things that anything that's used as a medium for exchange of getting goods and services has to be something that that is not just like you go and pick up some sand or rocks. See, then your goods and services, it may not, it's just not feasible. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why gold has been one, and silver, and there's a one that was a mixture of gold and silver. It's got a name, some like plutonium or something like that, but it's one of the elements. It has the alloy of gold and silver, and also they have used. Oh, at one time, Washington used the wood nickels. You heard the saying when we talk to people who are going out and learning things and places, and we'll say to them, "Don't take a wood nickel." Well, they did use the wood nickel, but it was the saying came out. I read before people actually used wood nickels. I believe they were nickels and quarters, and I know that at least I remember. I believe it was nickels and quarters that they used, and there was one other one. I don't know whether it was a penny or dime, or but it they because they had the banks had they had bank problems. We're always having some type of bank problems. And so they had to have something to use to purchase from one another, because also whenever you're doing into the barter system, like if you had back in those days, and I'm just using this for an example, let's just say, for instance, if you had a sheep and you had to take it to them, and they wanted, maybe they didn't, the person you wanted something from didn't want a sheep. Just say, for instance, maybe you wanted, just say, maybe you wanted some grains, like or some corn, just say corn, and you wanted 4 or 5 bushels of corn, or and but the problem would be how much corn should be asked for a whole sheep, you see. So that got to be a little problem. And then also, if you had something that was perishable and you had to take it a good little piece, that would be a problem also. So you wouldn't want to take something a long ways and it perished before you got there, say tomatoes or something, and you know, so those were some of the problems that people ran into in the barter system. That's why that system does not really affect it real well. So they started using paper, the dollars, and $5 and higher denominations of money, and they also used just different beads before and different things. So I'm just saying currency can get into, I can go into on and on about it, but it's also one of the most important things that I said I was going to, all I had to say about it, but I just remembered that with having something to exchange, sometimes that's important because if you did run low on money or something, and you wanted something and you knew you had something that someone else wanted that was of value, then you could possibly go to them and get whatever else that you needed, something you needed if you ran short on something. So those in the future, these are some things that we may have to revisit, consider, because you can use whatever medium that the public decides on, your group. If you had a group and that group was, say, working together, and you all did your constitution of how you want to run something, then you could say what you want to use for a medium of exchange for money or currency. And the thing of it is, it has to be something that is not easily available. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can use leaves, leaves, or rocks or something like that. They have to be in a form that Well, yeah, I guess when you talk about the higher elements of diamonds and like that, then maybe that would, but then that has to be a process level too. But anyway, to move on to the family and the family and friends. Family and friends coincide with our daily functions of how we get through a day. You know what I'm saying? So when you've got good families and friends, you can encourage one another. Like sometimes like you can call somebody and just speak to them, maybe briefly, 10, 15 minutes, and just start your day off. You know what I'm saying? Like, hi, I'm just checking on you. I want to make sure that your day is starting off beautifully, or how can I pray for you today, or I have been praying for you, something like that, and so also, with friends and family, you is important because sometimes you're not near your relatives. You don't have them or right where you live at or something. Then your friends may become like relatives, and then of course your family should be like friends. So that's all really beautiful, the gathering and doing the wonderful things, especially on certain types of holidays or whatever. I know a lot of times we don't really want to celebrate the holidays, but it gives us a grand excuse to get together and do some wonderful things. You know what I'm saying. So, friends and family makes the life, really beautiful because, if you had all of the money, and I'm talking about anywhere from thousands and millions and even billions, and you had no one to share it with, think about that. You know, you wouldn't want to be like the castaway Gilligan Island, the Howards. They had all that money, and so they had to figure out some way how to be of significance on that island. I don't know if you've watched the movie Gilligan Islands or not. But it's a old one of the old little movies where they got cast away on the island, and they had Skipper and Gilligan, and he was always getting into trouble and stuff. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's just to let you know that family and friends. This is very important. It's a very important concept because they are. It's wonderful to have people that you can enjoy. Life is good when you can enjoy others. Okay, and so I'll go on now to the last one, which is, oh, don't tell me my mind slipped that quickly. What I said I was going to talk to you about, positive speaking. Okay. Sometimes when I get ready to do a video, I get totally blank, like, uh, uh, you know. So that introduces my positive speech, because sometimes we may be speaking not so positively to ourselves, because positivity starts within. Okay, because within, we have to, teach ourselves to be careful what we're saying to ourselves, because we can say, oh, nobody loves me, and then, we start to believe that, and we start to believe that, then we'll start getting sad on the inside, bitter toward people, and oh, excuse me, like, for instance, if something, that you want to happen has not happened or did not manifest. And so then if you speak negatively, you may say to yourself, uh, what's wrong with me? you know, because of some of your experiences or some things that have hurt you before. You might say to yourself some things about those things, and those things may take you into a deeper, darker place, because once it's like you're falling into a zone that where more stuff start to come to you as negativity, because I've had that happen before in my life. Once there was so many negative things that were just, I mean, I was bombarded, and I'm surprised that, it's like swimming up a stream, and I'm surprised that I was able to come out of it, because oh, it was like one negative thing after another, and I was like, oh yeah, and agreeing with it. Now that really gets bad when you start agreeing with negative speech, whether it's something inside your head or whether it's, you speak it out, you know what I'm saying? Either way, it can get to be, because it's not that bad. Life is not that bad. There's always a solution. There's always a good path. There's always a way for things to be better. Always, because it's I can use the prodigal son, to give you an example. The young man, it's in the Bible in Luke's, the Gospel of Luke. The young man wanted his share of his inheritance. He wanted it. He wanted to plunder it, to go and do what he wanted to do, and have a good time, and just live life. You know what I'm saying? Live it up. So he asked his father for it. His father had another child too, so he asked him for his inheritance, and he went on off and did all the kinds of things until the money was gone. And so after the money was gone, he ended up getting hired, well, a job with a farmer, and he come from, good status, good social status. A family did well according to the story. And anyways, so he got to where he was gone solo. And you know that after he had squandered all of his money, he must have said to himself, "Man, you big old dummy, you such an idiot. You are out of your mind. Now you got to do this farmer job." But somewhere he found the courage and strength to say to himself, "Hey, I'm going back home. My father got a lot of stuff. The hired helps are living better than what I'm doing here. At least I could probably go, work for my father and do really well, if he let me back. And here's the part where the good positive energy is really, really, great. Because when the father knew that was coming back home, and somehow, I don't know who took the message to the father, but the father told everybody to kill the fatted calves, and I mean the best of the animals that he had for food, and all of the other vegetables and whatever it is they had, and get the nice coat and put it on, and get the nice ring. And the other son said, "Oh, I don't understand this. I've been here and I've been good and I've done this and I've done that, and now you want to make him, do all of these wonderful things. You could have given me a big party like this." And to that he said, "Well, you've been here. You could have had the party, anything you want to. I'll never stop you from having anything. And so the good news is that the father could have said, "Look, boy, I done gave you your share. You done throwed it all away and made a fool of yourself and went out there and did all of that. Now you just climb up by your bootstraps." You climb up by your bootstraps and put yourself back together and do something, because you're not getting another quarter over here. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, I always leaving my own jokes more than anybody. But anyways, so start. It's hard to stop. But anyway, I said once I start, it's usually hard to stop. In case you didn't understand what I was saying, because I was laughing so loud. But so this think about that whenever we are, and because I'm learning it, I'm getting there. And another little example of speaking negativity, I've been procrastinating on doing organizing myself. So every time I talk to somebody, I'll say, "Well, I'm gonna get so and so, or I'll find so and so, but I'm so disorganized." Oh no. No, that's not the right thing to say. I was looking for some videos that I had, DVDs I wanted to play and enjoy, because I have those moments where I just want to sit and enjoy something, after a hard day's work and stuff. And so I said to the person I was talking to, I said, let me stop saying stuff like that, because I told them I was getting ready to try to find my video, but I'm so disorganized. I said, oh, the Lord just told me, don't say that. And so I said, I'm getting organized. I'm getting organized. And the moment I said that, I walked right to the videos and I was fumbling and throwing things and looking and doing about, So positivity inside and outside when we're speaking to others is very important because your positivity can change your circumstances. It can change, and I know I'm doing the same thing I did. Excuse me for interrupting that thought. But hold that thought. I'm saying positivity can being positive can change your circumstances. When I was in college, I did a bulletin board, and the bulletin board had three thoughts instead of me formalizing and working with one thought. But sometimes it's like that. Some of us, we operate like that. We operate on multiplicity of things. And I'm working on that too. I'm working on, trying to get one thing right, instead of doing a whole bunch of things, because I did three things on this one. I'm doing three. And the first one was currency, family and friends, and positive speaking. So, in college, I did a bulletin board, and the bulletin board was be good to farmers. They feed us, eat right, and exercise. Those were three thoughts, and you can do them, but there's a way to to wrap them up together as a cute little bow. Put them together. But anyway, I want to say that speaking positive and being positive can gain you friends and family when yours are not near. Also, when you speak positive, you can get an exchange of something that you want just by speaking positive. And I had a little personal incident that happened, and that I won't go into that one because it's kind of personal and private. But because of my positive attitude, it came out really nice, really wonderful. And I'm not bragging on me. I just I give the credit to the Most High, because except by the grace of God, if you there go us the prodigal son. I'm sorry, you're saying prodigal. Don't always get my words right, but it's good in my heart here, right there. You know, you get it. My point. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining in with me today, and if you can just remember that if you have something to exchange, studying what you have to exchange is maybe like sort of going back to the pottery a tad bit. But sometimes we have good things that we can exchange, and it may even be in what we have to say to someone else, saying something positive and encouraging to them, and we have to resist the urge to speak our mind, especially when it's maybe something blunt and we're not really consider what we're saying. And then also the final one, which is what I'm saying now, positive speaking, makes the whole better. Everything. It makes the family and friend relationship better. It makes you know how to communicate business better when you have to exchange something or sell something, or do a service. The way you say it makes all the difference. And I hope that you got something good out of this. And I want to bid you a very, very wonderful first day of fall. May your days through this season be grand and great. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying throughout. Have a great, great day. Bye bye.